Hi everybody, I'm Jane Roberts and I'm co-founder of 34 Million Friends of the United Nations Population Fund. Now you might wonder what the UN Population Fund is. Well, it's a humanitarian agency of the United Nations which offers reproductive health care to the world's poorest women in the world's poorest countries. It's known by its acronym UNFPA because it used to stand for United Nations Fund for Population Activities. But now it's just the United Nations Population Fund, but it's still known by the acronym UNFPA. In 2002, the Bush administration refused to release $34 million, which the Congress had voted for UNFPA. To me, this was an incomprehensible decision. It put us way outside the mainstream because, in my opinion, when the world takes care of women, women take care of the world, and UNFPA takes care of the world's women. You know, you young people who might be watching this, you young women, you will use family planning, you young men will use family planning in your lives, and you young women never think that you might die in childbirth. Well, every year, over 500,000 women die as a complication of either pregnancy or childbirth. UNFPA has safe motherhood activities. It has a kit, it's called a Safe Birth Kit, consisting of a sterile plastic sheet, a bar of soap, a razor blade to cut the umbilical cord, and string to tie it off. You know, you will be going to a hospital probably and have a skilled attendant when you give birth. Family planning is such a gift. You know, when women are able to separate their pregnancies by several months, by 2 years or 3 years, then the baby is born healthier. And UNFPA offers the family planning that all of us have used or will use in our lives. It also works among the young against AIDS and female genital mutilation. It tries to discourage early marriage. You young girls, you know, your families are not going to marry you off at age 13 to some older man. And this happens to a lot of young girls in many areas of the world. Equal education for girls. Young girls here, they go to school just like boys. Well, you know, I have this little booklet from Senegal, an elementary school. Look at this wonderful message on the front. Little girls have as much right to food, education, and health care as little boys. This booklet is paid for by the United Nations Population Fund. I mean, it really is amazing that you really have to say this in many parts of the world. 34 Million Friends is this. I and another woman, a wonderful Lois Abraham, we were so angry at this decision that we decided to ask 34 million Americans to chip in at least $1. As I said, when the world takes care of women, women take care of the world. They are the backbone of their families. When they are educated, they educate their children, they take care of their children. This is so positive what UNFPA does. 181 countries contributed last year, not our own. This really is a black mark against the reputation of the United States. So people, I'd like to recite a poem that I wrote for 34 Million Friends. We are 34 million friends. We are 34 million friends. We are 34 million friends of the women of the world. We are reaching out to the world, and we're going to have our say. We are reaching out to the world through the UNFPA. Every baby welcome now, loved and fed and vaccinated. Mother's children learning now, reading, writing, educated. Every child a heartfelt joy, every child a book and toy. Every child with wings unfurled, whether it be boy or girl. No more death while giving birth, because a midwife's taking care. No more mothers in the earth, because a midwife's helping there. To AIDS and violence we say no. To family planning we say yes. Human rights are the way to go. Surely we can do no less. Woman lying on a donkey cart, dirt road, heat wave, and in labor. Doctor put her in his truck. Luck that day was in her favor. And all of us who have so much, $1 we can share. To show the women of the world that we the people care. We are 34 million friends, and we are going to have our say. We are reaching out to the world through the UNFPA. Let me just tell you a moment about the woman on a donkey cart. This was in the country of Mali. I was a guest of UNFPA. And honestly, this was in the hot sun. She was in labor. She was 6 miles away from the clinic on a donkey cart. And we met her and asked to take her picture. I mean, this is the kind of thing that most Americans don't think about. So people, I know there are 34 million of you out there, 34 million good-hearted Americans who would like to reach out to the world's women. When the world takes care of women, women take care of the world. So give your dollar to 34 million friends. And the website is www.34millionfriends.org. Thank you so, so much.